So the mantras that we use in Pemako are really short and really simple. Mantras could be very long. Some mantras are, many pages long, and takes, of course, if the mantra is very long, let's say if it's few sentences, it takes a while to learn it by heart. But I have wanted to remove that how to say, that bit of having to learn, having to put time and effort into learning mantras, because I want our mantras to be something that it doesn't require any effort to memorize them. So they are very short and simple. I would even say that it is the empowerment that makes a big difference. There are deities in Buddhism, in Sutric Buddhism, in Tantric Buddhism, that can be practiced without empowerment. But empowerment makes a difference. And but then, how do you generate that deity? Can be as simple as using only the name as a mantra. Tara, 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 Tara. Namo Tara Taraye, Namo Namo Taraye. It's the empowerment. So empowerment that makes the difference. So at simplest, you can just use the name of the deity and generate the deity in that way. So you don't necessarily have to use these Abahu taretu taretu resoha, Abahu taretu taretu resoha. You don't necessarily have to say even that long mantra. You can just use tara 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 ye, tara tara ye, tara tara ye, tara tara tara. And the the energy charge will come. So this is something useful for you to understand, that even though our mantras are short and simple and easy to remember, you can still condense it to a name. And also, if you prefer, you can use the standard versions used in Tibetan Vajrayana. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Taretu Taretu Resoha. Also something about the pronunciation of the Mani mantra. Abahu Mani Padme Hum Hri. So this is like a Peme. When it's pronounced Peme, that's Tibetan rendition of a Sanskrit term. Peme is Tibetan for lotus, which is Padma in Sanskrit. So this could be pronounced correctly in Sanskrit, Abahu Mani Padme Hum, with M, Hum Hri. Abahu Mani Padme Hum Hri. So Hung is Tibetan. It's when Tibetans read Sanskrit mantra that writes actually Hum, they pronounced Hung with NG. So that's why there are, sometimes people don't know why it's Hum, why it's Hung, and just to let you know that that's also what the Peme means. Mani Padme, Mani Peme, lotus, jewel, lotus. Mani, jewel, Padme, lotus. As we start the empowerment, I will also describe to you a visualization. If you want to use it together with the mantra, or if you prefer to use the visualization as a way to generate the deity instead of the mantra. Okay, let's begin. First, let's generate bodhicitta together. Feeling thankful, feeling gratitude for the possibility, the fortunate karma to meet and practice the Dharma, the teaching of reality that has the power to remove our delusion and existential suffering. May all beings have the same fortunate karma and merit, readiness to meet the Dharma, so that they can illuminate their own minds and hearts, liberate themselves from samsara. May all beings be free. May all beings be free. May all beings be free. Salutations to Buddhas and Mahasiddhas of all times and places, those Mahasiddhas, masters who have walked on earth, and those Mahasiddhas who have worked and realized in other realms. Salutations with joined hands and bowed head. Thank you for your compassion. Thank you for your practice that led to a realization of Mahasiddhahood, Buddhahood. Thank you on behalf of all sentient beings for your compassion. Also, more specifically, thank you to masters of the Mahasiddha family who have direct karmic connection to our Pemako Sangha. Thank you so much. Dear friends, big brothers, big sisters on the path, thank you so much. On behalf of our Sangha, ultimately on behalf of all sentient beings. And then, most importantly, vows and gratitude to Guru Rinpoche, Guruji, our Guru Father, and Yeshe Tsogyal, our Guru Mother. Thank you so much. Thank you for all the help, assistance, guidance, direction. Without you, I would be lost. It is as simple as that, and for that I am completely, sincerely grateful and humble. And I have taken a vow to become a Buddha as soon as possible with the help of the teachings, to benefit all sentient beings, to become an example, to become a servant, to help beings caught in samsara. May we be blessed and empowered by the enlightened enjoyment body form of white Tara, Sita Tara. Beautiful Dakini, female wisdom Buddha, with pure, sincere heart, so sincere that hardness in our own hearts melts away. So soft, so tender, endlessly loving, never running out of love and kindness and compassion. Namo Tarataraye, Namo Sita Taraye. Sita means white. Ye Shetogel as white Tara. Full of love, full of joy, full of bliss. Namo Tarataraye, Namo Sita Taraye. Female Buddha, feminine Buddha of compassion. Not female, feminine. Feminine aspect of compassion. Abahu tare ture soha. Abahu tare ture soha. Abahu tare ture soha. Dance of the white Tara in the form of that short mantra, those sounds. Tara is not a god or a spirit. It is our own Buddha mind. It is you. It is me. And this is our own purity, love, kindness that we experience through Tara. This is who we are. If you like or prefer visualization, here are some tips. Visualize yourself in the place of your own body, in the size of your own body, just as tall as it is. Yourself as white colored female figure, white skin, white surface, made of pure white light. You can imagine beautiful face. You can feel your own face as a beautiful face of white Tara. In this visualization, perhaps in relation to how your own hair is, the hair of white Tara can be short or long, can be tied to a bun or open. Color of the hair doesn't matter, can be any, can be fair, can be blonde, can be light brown, dark brown, can be black, can be reddish. All options okay. And your body is the body of Wisdom Dakini, Sita Tara, White Tara. This body is the body of White Tara. Your own hands are the hands of White Tara, and you feel so. You see and feel so. You can imagine different types of clothes, perhaps the clothes that you're wearing as the clothes of White Tara. Or, if you like, you can visualize perhaps like a traditional Indian clothing, a sari, a long cloth wrapped around the body of Tara, of whatever color, just beautiful, pure, clean clothes. Or if you prefer, you can imagine like a bikini type clothes with bare belly. Perhaps that's a summer version of Tara. And then your own legs and your feet are those of white Tara. Perhaps with decorated nails as in fingers. Perhaps bare feet. Perhaps wearing some types of sandals or some nice, beautiful shoes. So I think that the visualized image should be something that we feel we click with. So that we can understand it and relate to it. So we are not, I don't emphasize Asian objects, Asian cultural features, because each one of us is Western. And Tara is not Asian or Western, but it's easier for us to relate to if we imagine Western features instead of Asian ones. So it's a beautiful state of mind, full of love, not lacking in kindness one bit, complete with pure kindness and sincerity, goodness of heart. You can also imagine a like a tiara or a crown on the head. You can imagine malas or necklaces in the neck, perhaps made of beautiful wood like sandalwood. Or maybe pine wood, maybe spruce, with corresponding scent. You can imagine bracelets made of silver, gold. If you are sitting on a chair, you can imagine that white Tara is sitting on a chair. If you're sitting on a meditation cushion, you can visualize that. And this chair or meditation cushion is resting on a large lotus flower, like a lotus flower pedestal. Just imagine a big flower, big enough to hold the chair and yourself on the chair or cushion. And this flower, this lotus is a symbol of complete enlightenment, like a lotus always is, growing from the mud, blooming on the surface of pure fresh water. You can also visualize that you're in the middle with all this visualization that we have already discussed, that you are in the middle of a flower garden where flowers grow from the ground, flowers grow in vines, in branches, and fill the whole space around you, filling the aura, space of the aura, and even beyond the aura. Can be whatever type of flowers. There's a scent of wisdom, scent of love emanating from those flowers. Different colors: white, green, yellow, blue, pinkish, red, purple, turquoise, creamy white, light blue, dark blue. And the scent of these wisdom flowers is emanating everywhere. Travels everywhere. Travels and reaches the noses and hearts and spines of all sentient beings. We don't have to send it out. The scent of a flower travels by itself, spreads by itself. Om tare tu ture soha. Om tare tu ture soha. Om tare tu ture soha. And then we continue to Avalokiteshvara, Chenrezig in Tibetan, Avalokiteshvara. Avalokiteshvara means Lord who hears the cries of those below him. Lord who hears the cries of those below him. So Guru Rinpoche as the deity of compassion. Masculine take of compassion. Namo Avalokiteshvaraye. Namo Avalokiteshvaraye. Namo Avalokiteshvaraye. Namo Avalokiteshvaraye. Abahumani Peme Hum Hri. Abahumani Padme Hum Hri. Abahumani Padme Hum Hri. Om Mani Peme Hum. Om Mani Peme Hum. Om Mani Peme Hum. Liberation to all sentient beings. Here also, if you like or prefer to do visualization, visualize white colored body of a man. If you are a man, perhaps exactly like your own body is. Just like with ladies with Tara, in the shape of your own body. White in color. Handsome face of Avalokiteshvara. Handsome features. Can be with or without beard. Perhaps exactly like the beard you have, if you have. Hair can be like your own hair, short, can be long, tied or open. And on top of the head, crown of Avalokiteshvara. Can be a simple crown or a more ornamented crown with jewels, with silver, with gold. Perhaps mala or malas or necklaces on the neck, in the neck. Nice clothes. Perhaps same or similar to what you're wearing. Neat, clean clothes. Man's hands, those of Avalokiteshvara, and fingers. And the same feet and toes. Can be bare feet, or if you like, perhaps sandals or some other nice shoes. And just like white Tara, sitting on chair or meditation cushion on top of a large lotus. Around you, you can also imagine a garden of flowers. One type of flowers, many type of flowers, or just have a sense of sitting in the middle of a gorgeous flower garden with beautiful natural scents, perfume filling the air, perfume of Dharma. Feel yourself as Avalokiteshvara, as a master, as an embodiment of compassion. Feel yourself as. Sometimes you can see different types of Avalokiteshvaras. For example, now we are using the form of that is just like our human form: 2 legs, 2 arms, 1 head. But this can be visualized in a different way also. You might, for example, visualize 4 arms instead of 2. Like if there was second pair of arms growing from your sides. Some form of Avalokiteshvara has 1,000 arms. 1,000 arms. So the whole aura is filled with arms. Which is a metaphor of capacity, an extent of realization, which is I think what the traditional Bhumi definitions also points to, with numbers, big numbers. And some versions of Avalokiteshvara has many faces, many heads. For example, in the place of your own head you have your face in front, but you can also imagine that now as Avalokiteshvara you have also face on the left side of the head and right side of the head. You can imagine a face behind the head as well. Faces in 4 directions that see, smell and taste to all directions. And of course hear. So head with 4 faces. You can also imagine that now that you have in the place of your head 4 faces, imagine a second head on top of your first head that also has 4 faces. Also, you can visualize a 3rd head and 4th head, all 4 heads with 4 faces. So these are all options you can use, or you can use the basic version. 2 legs, 2 arms, 1 head, 1 face, white color, crown, and so forth. So, Avalokiteshvara is the Buddha of compassion. Compassion means caring for all sentient beings because we know that sentient beings suffer in samsara in whatever realm they might be, whether this physical realm or non-physical realms. What can also be imagined is that mantras are are the verbal expression, mantric expression of what or who Avalokiteshvara is. But you can also imagine that as if the body of Avalokiteshvara in the place of your physical body, as if it emits, lets out sound that is pure, that is the expression of wisdom realization, as if it emitted music, some musical reverberation. If you didn't get it yet, you can imagine that if you have a guitar or some kind of string instrument and it's beautifully in tune, and then when you strike a chord or struck a sound that is pure, beautiful sound, that kind of sounds emanating from your body, and these sounds are expressions of perfect realization and compassion that travel to sentient beings who suffer, to soothe and console them. And together with those sounds, pure sounds, you can visualize bright lights of rainbows. It emanates from your body as if effortlessly, automatically, spontaneously. Just like the scent of the flowers gives out perfume that spreads, same way. Sound and light. It just comes out from your body. It comes out from your head. From your neck as Avalokiteshvara. From the heart, from shoulders, upper arms, lower arms, wrists, hands, fingers. Sound of Dharma reverberates. From heart, from midsection, from gut, from your back. From lower part of your body, buttocks, pelvic floor, genital area, hips, thighs, knees, lower legs, ankles, feet and toes. Also sole of the foot, feet. Pure sound, pure lights emanate. For the sake of all sentient beings. And these sounds not only leave our body, but they also fill our body. The body of Avalokiteshvara, our own body, is full of pure sound, pure light. Dancing rainbows, beautiful chords, beautiful sounds. Here we are emulating what rainbow body feels like. For the sake of all sentient beings. Great, very good. Let's stay with the charge. Lying down.